Yeah. It says we're live, and sometimes it just takes a moment in the YouTube here, but let's see. There we go. Well, it looks like we're live.
Yay.
But I can't really see us, so... Oh, there we go.
Looks like we're live.
You can hear me.
Feedback.
Welcome, Ashley. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited for this conversation today. We've been in a 6-month mastermind together.
Yes.
Since when did it start?
Oh my gosh. We're on the last month now, right?
I think so. Just 6 months ago.
Yes.
And hi, Samantha. Hi, Seascape. I'm so happy you made it. Yay. So we haven't really had too much time to connect on a deeper level. So I'm just really excited to get to know you and feel your magic and your energy. I can feel it through all your Instagram stories and posts. And Ashley is super magical. She's a medium and a cosmic channel. And you also do intuitive development work, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. So let's start with some really fun questions. And this change, I know this probably changes for you because it changes for me daily, but what's your favorite crystal right now? What are you working with right now?
I think rose quartz has always been my favorite, and it'll always be my favorite. Yeah. Just the gentle, heart-centered energy, and it's very soft, and I really resonate with pink anyway. So yeah, it's my favorite. I always love to work with that.
I love that. I love rose quartz too. It's just so heart healing and nourishing too.
Yes. Yes. Really heart opening, and I love it.
What's your favorite oracle card deck that you're working with right now?
Oh my gosh, this one. So the Rose Oracle. It's my favorite.
And I'm going to ask you what your favorite essential oil is, and I feel like I already know what the
Rose. It is.
I have this rose spray. Can you see that?
Yes,
that I got at the health food store yesterday. And I had another one in this heritage store, which I really liked. But this one is super game changer. It's amazing.
I have a mist that I spray on my face too, a toner. It's just all rose, and I'm just spraying it all over my body, and then I put the roller, the essential oil roller, the rose, and I'm just bathing in it.
Yes, I would literally bathe in rose oil.
It's beautiful.
Sorry, my dog's barking. Hold on, just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello. It's okay. No. Gonna go say hi to YouTube. She really just wanted to come and say hi to YouTube.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Hey everyone. I'm outside barking.
So cute.
Sometimes little dogs just bark at nothing,
Yeah, I have a big dog and he barks at nothing too. So
you have a big dog? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, a black lab.
She is a little cutie.
Aww.
When I got her, I was I feel like she's a little healer. I just had this sense that she was a healer, and she is she's a monkey, and she's full of energy and just spunky and super sassy and her own little girl. But she really is she loves people, and I swear she finds people when we're on walks and stuff that look a little, they're sort of hunched maybe over a little bit, and they look, and those are the people that she gravitates towards, and she runs up wagging her tail, and most of the time people are oh,
Yeah.
And so yeah, she's pretty cute. I like her. I think I'll keep her.
What's her name?
Sailor.
Sailor. Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
Your girl. Okay, so anyways, so let's go back to this. So I would love to know, because everybody's awakening journey and sort of like their remembrance of their gifts is so unique. And I just find it so interesting to hear about other people's sort of awakening journey. And I know there's not one story that sort of tells it all. It's probably very multi-layered and dimensional, but
Yes.
I just like whatever you feel called to share. I would love to know about your awakening, and I would love the audience to just hear about your journey and what that was like for you.
Of course. Okay, so obviously there's been more than one, but I'll kind of just start from the beginning. When I was younger, my father, he's actually a medium as well. And he
You
doesn't,
got it.
yes, no, he
Wow.
is. Yeah. So he doesn't practice anymore, but he used to all the time. Like he still practices, just not like he doesn't really do like public readings like he used to. But I just remember going to like psychic fairs with him and like playing with the spirit board and like watching him channel and just like fun stuff like that. And talking about spirit guides as well. He would tell me all about his spirit guides. And I remember like we're trying to take pictures and look for orbs and stuff, like just fun little things like that. And
That's so cool.
yeah, and he actually would do trance channeling, but it was mediumship. So it was loved ones in spirit that would come through and he would trance channel them. That's something that I haven't done yet. I have trance channeled, just not loved ones in spirit. It's kind of like separate, but that's
Yeah.
what he would do. Yeah. So I think I had like a little awakening when I was younger. And it's like something I don't really recall, but he brings it up a lot. Like you said, you saw this, or maybe you saw like shadowy figures, or you felt this, and he would bring up things that like I would just know. And I'm just like, I don't remember that happening, but I'll trust you. But my really large awakening, and the one that really started me on this journey and to build this business as well, was probably in my early 20s. And it was after I had my second child. And everything kind of snowballed where everybody thought she was colicky. And it was like, no, intuitively, I knew something else was off and I couldn't put my finger on it. We went to like numerous doctors, nobody could figure it out. And I, on my own, did my own research and figured out that she actually had like a milk protein allergy.
Wow.
And nobody has suggested that. And then as soon as we shifted her formula, completely gone.
Oh my
She was a whole new baby. Like she was just smiling and laughing and sleeping, and before previously she was not. And so we could tell that, you know, something was bothering her, and she did have rashes and everything, and all the rashes were gone.
Wow.
But that kind of snowballed into more like researching holistic approaches to things, which led to like crystals, which is kind of like a gateway to a lot of things. And then I started playing with cards, and I remember my clairaudience just started opening up, and I started hearing things. And it was kind of like somebody was dropping in and they were having a conversation with me in my head. And I thought that I was going crazy. And I knew that it wasn't my own voice or my own thoughts because it was very random. And I remember to somebody being like, not somebody, my spirit guy, but at the time I was like, who is this somebody? Just being like, hey, it's me. And I'm just like,
I love it.
I'm going crazy. And things just started to open up from there. And I spoke with my dad because I remember that there were some things in my childhood. We didn't really speak about it a lot when I got older because life just happened and I got married and I had kids, and I would just see him mostly like on holidays and stuff. But I did ask him about it, and he was like, yeah, no, this is totally normal, and this is how I receive, and this, and just kind of like reassured me. And that's when I started researching and looking into mentors. So that's when I went to explore mediumship. I joined a in-person mediumship practice circle. And that's where I started developing my gifts. And I would practice on sitters with other mediums, and like all the information started coming through, and mediumship was my first love. So that's when I started building my business off of mediumship. And I also got my Reiki certificates as well in that kind of time. And that's when I started building my business. So it was probably it's almost been like 6 years now. So
Wow.
yeah. So
That's
that was like my
incredible.
first big awakening.
Oh my gosh. I love that so much that your dad was a medium
It's crazy.
as
Yeah.
well. Like,
And my great aunt, so his aunt, she was a channel as well. And my grandfather, which is his dad, is like a Reiki master, but he goes around to like hospice and does Reiki for people that are passing or transitioning.
oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, does this run in the family?
Yeah. Yeah. How beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that so much. And so you're medium and a cosmic channel.
Yes.
Like,
So
I feel very connected to the cosmos and the celestial realms. Like, that's probably why I'm so drawn to your energy. What does that mean for you, like as a cosmic channel as opposed to just a channel?
it kind of means, well, for me, it started off, like I said, with mediumship, but then it started progressing and I had star beings come and approach me. And at the time, I was like, what is a star being? And I had no idea about any of that realm. Also, like, angels, just different beings that would come forward, but mostly it was like the Pleiadians, the Mintakans, because I found out that I was a Mintakan mermaid soul. And they just all started coming in. And I was just like, this feels like so cosmic to me. It's so high
Oh yeah.
frequency. They felt like pretty little aliens. That's what I would call them. But
Yeah.
then I started channeling, and that's when I started trance channeling, is when I started working with the star beings. And that, I think the Pleiadians were the first ones that I trance channeled. And then it was the Mintakans. And then I started working with the fairies as well, the elementals, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
I love it.
Yeah. So now it's just any being is fair game, I guess.
Yeah, but that really resonates though, and like that, like you say, the higher frequency, and you can feel that higher frequency. Like I've been feeling lately, and just like on this ascension journey as well. And with all of the, shedding the density, and also felt really called to, like, as a morning practice, like bring in the light and ground it into Gaia.
Yes.
But just bringing in more light, and it feels really great. And also, needing a lot of grounding right now.
Yes. Yes.
Because
Yes.
it can be a lot, right? Like you can feel a little heady,
Yes.
a little head in the clouds, a little like, woo, like I'm not in my body.
Yes.
So,
That's why I feel grounding is so important,
oh my
especially
God.
when you're channeling, right?
Yeah, it's everything.
You ground, especially after.
Oh my gosh, it's everything. How have you felt with this? Have you felt like the eclipse, like we're in this eclipse portal with the new moon in Scorpio that happened last week, and then the full moon on Tuesday, I think on the 8th. How are you feeling in this like time and
Very
space?
emotional.
Yeah, same.
Very. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like earlier today, my moon time is coming tomorrow anyway, so I'm already emotional. But yeah, all week. And I just feel like there's a lot going on, like personally with like family too, that's been happening lately. So just everything feels like a lot at once. So I
Yeah.
have been very emotional, yes, to be honest. How
Yeah,
have you been feeling?
Emotional. Yeah, I felt today I've just felt really tired. Like every day is so different, like yesterday I felt great and I went for like this big long hike, and then today I was like, I just needed like some downtime. I needed to just drop into meditation and
Yes.
and just be. You know, sometimes you need to just be, and that's okay.
I
And
know.
that's our feminine, right? Like our feminine's like, we just want to be sometimes, and just allowing ourselves to do that in this world is it's not what we're programmed to think is normal. And so I just think it's really great when we give that gift to ourselves.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I just love to be, to drop into the present moment and just be and not have to worry about doing
Yeah.
everything, all the things.
Yeah. The hustle, hustle, hustle. It's like,
Yeah.
no, we get to shift this paradigm. We
Yeah.
get to shift this paradigm. I love that.
Thank you.
Did you ever have a time in your life where you wanted to just quote unquote be normal and not have these gifts? Or like, did you ever have a time where you kind of shut them down?
Lots of times, on and off.
Yeah.
Just, I can't remember or pinpoint like the exact times, but there has been moments where I'm like, it would be easier if I could just be normal and
Yeah.
get a normal job.
Right.
But I can't go back. After everything, I just can't go back. I'm like, I refuse to, but sometimes I do have those moments where I'm like, this is a lot, but also with all these like societal expectations and you feel this like pressure too, and it's a lot sometimes. And I have had moments where I'm like, I wish that I just could live a normal life and not do any of this stuff. But in those moments, I do come out and be like, no, Ashley, this isn't really what you want because you love doing this work. But at times, yeah, it can feel a little overwhelming, but I mean, I love it. I love connecting with spirit. I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I just like love being in this space and being able to hold space for others as well too. So yeah.
Yeah. I think about that too. I'm like, what would it be like if I just was not on this path and I just decided to like carry on with my regular job and not only just job, it doesn't necessarily mean career, but
Yeah.
if I wasn't open to my connection to spirit and to my, my guides and this whole realm, this whole spiritual realm, um, what would that be like? I think I would be sick. I think I would get sick.
Me too. I feel like even when I try, if I get discouraged or something, or I'm feeling like, oh, I'm over this, I feel like I'm just, yeah, it doesn't feel good to me. I'm
Yeah.
just like so sad and it just
Yeah.
doesn't feel right.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm totally with you. What are your favorite practices for clearing and cleansing and grounding? Speaking of that, after sessions and things.
Yeah, so my number one favorite is actually like a salt and herb and essential oil bath. Like I like to make nice little ritual baths. That's my favorite for clearing and grounding after a session. Hot herbal tea as well. And my number like two, I think, but I can't even pick just one. But I like to go outside too, just like barefoot and be in nature. And that instantly grounds me. I will just run around barefoot. I'll take a walk, like just spending time in nature. Like I'll even go hugging trees. It's just something I do.
Yeah, I love that actually. Like, who cares what we look like? Go hug a tree.
Yeah, like why not? It
Why
feels so
not?
good.
It really does. Like when you said that, I was like, oh yeah, that would feel really good. I've never really thought to do it. But I can see how that would feel so good. I'm gonna do that. Actually.
Yeah, you
I
should.
love that.
Let me know how it goes. You'll love it.
Yeah, I will. I'll report back. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Is there anything that you want to share, just like for the collective right now? Is there anything that comes through, or I know you could even pull a card if you feel drawn to that.
Let me see. Let me drop in. I'll tune in for a second and we'll see.
And while you're doing that, if you guys want to start leaving some questions for us so we can start to tune in, personal questions, messages from your angels or your guides, whatever you're feeling like you'd like a little bit of guidance on right now, you can leave in the comments.
So what I was receiving is that a message for everybody that's watching right now that's meant to be here. I keep hearing, keep going, you're just getting started.
Oh, wow.
And also, don't look back, because the future and the present is the most important thing. So not needing to revisit the past. I don't know if maybe that makes sense for somebody that's watching, but I feel like somebody needs that message to that it's time to move forward. You? And all is going to be well. And exactly how it's meant to unfold, because there's a lot that's being weaved behind the scenes is what I'm hearing. So
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm sure that is for many of us. Makes sense for Jessica as well. Amazing. Hi, Jessica Lynn. Hi, Seascape. Hi, Beatrice. So happy you guys are joining us. And I love, Jessica Lynn, that makes sense for you as well. That's so beautiful.
Oh,
beautiful message. Amazing. Okay, so we'll start to take some questions now. Samantha says, I would love a message from my angels.
Ooh. What deck are you using? I'm always so curious.
So I have this Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light.
I love it.
And then I also felt called to go grab this deck, which is brand new to me. So that was interesting when I sat down there, like, angelic work. So we'll see. It's very pretty. I love the colors. It's like purple and pink and blue. And
I love that. I've never seen that one yet.
Yeah, I actually think it's one of her first ones. Oh. I think it's older. Yeah. I love her decks, Alana Fairchild.
Have I heard of her? I'm not sure. What kind of other decks does she carry?
She does the Isis deck. She has an Isis deck, and
I've seen that one actually.
That's my favorite right now. And Sacred Rebels.
I need to look into this.
I love her decks. I love Rebecca Campbell's as well.
Me too. They're my favorite.
You can go ahead if you're ready.
Okay. So I pulled the card that says, I don't know if they'll be able to see, but healing is happening.
Oh, beautiful.
Here. Yeah, and basically it's just someone in the middle. She has like a rose in her heart space, and there's just what looks like spirits with little lights or candles surrounding her. So it says, you're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. And what I was receiving while I was pulling this is that, like it says, you're not broken. But also I feel like I keep hearing like the phrase, you have to go through it to grow through it. And that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for you. So if you're feeling like things don't make sense right now, or stuff feels a little all over the place, that this is all necessary and you're just healing, and it's not going to last forever, but it is necessary in this moment. And to try and just drop into that and experience that and allow those feelings and anything that needs to come up and be released. So yeah, I think this is just your spirit team and your angels assuring you that everything is all good. You're on the right path, and just allow it to happen. It won't last forever. So yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful. So I pulled Trust your path.
Love it.
So that's a really clear message for you, Samantha, to really trust where you are on your path and that your angels have you and that divine timing is in perfect order. Sometimes I feel like we can, if we're in our mind and we're in the thinking mind, which we all do. I was today. Um, we can start to maybe think that things should be different or they should be a certain way. And what I'm getting is just like it is safe to surrender into the divine timing of it all and to really know that you're so supported in what you're working towards right now. And then I also pulled the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. So I'm not sure if you're calling in some soul fam, some soul tribe in your, it's a very clear message. Good. Yeah. If you're sort of in a space where we're all going through such massive shifts right now, and it feels like maybe you're going through a space where you are calling in your soul tribe that's more aligned with where you are on your path. Or if you're not already, maybe you will start to. So I feel like that's just an invitation for you to also open up to some really divine friendships. And yeah, it's all coming together. It's all coming together.
So beautiful. I love that.
Amazing. Okay, so Seascape says, how do you not walk around so open? I have troubles with this. I am new to my gifts.
Is that like a just ask us that question, or are we tuning in on that?
Yeah, I think both. I think we could do both.
Yeah.
What are you picking up? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Seascape, I pulled Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So I'm really feeling for you that you really are you're so close to spirit right now, which would make sense if you're just sort of starting to open up to your gifts, and it feels like they're right there with you, and they're right there with you to support you in whatever you need. So it feels like they're saying like to reach out to them, or to start opening up even like conversations with them, asking them what you need help with, sort of first thing in the morning, maybe with your morning practice or your cup of coffee or tea. Sometimes it can be really helpful just to say, hey, like, I really need help today with grounding. I felt ungrounded yesterday. Can you please help me? Or please guide my energy today so that I can feel really present in my body. We can ask them. We get to actually ask and let them know what we need, because they really are there to support us. And it's like they're sitting on the edge of their seats like, when is she going to ask? We're ready. We're here. We want to help. They really want to help us. And so it just feels like your ancestors and your guides are just right there with you. And they're like, let her know that she can ask us for what she needs. And I do this with my things come in jumbled. Okay. Do you mean like, do you mean the messages come in jumbled, or is the sound jumbled? The sound's not jumbled. Let me know what you mean with that, Seascape. But yeah, that feels like the message is just to remind you that you have the ability to connect with them and ask for what you need as well. Like I will do that before I go. If I'm, kind of feeling like my energy is a little bit all over the place, but I'm needing to go somewhere important and have an important conversation or whatever that looks like, I'll just say, please guide my energy so that this meeting has the highest impact that is for the highest good of all, or however I want that meeting to turn out or that thing to turn out. So that's very coming strong for you, Seascape. And then I also pulled protection, which is sort of perfect for your question as well. So call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So I feel like the message is just very much around remembering how powerful you are and that you always have this ability to cut your cords, to call back your power, and to really ground into your energy. Hope that resonates.
I love it. So the wild rose is what I pulled.
Love that.
It says, do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, and untamed. So what was coming through for me, this is kind of mixed with like my experience as well, though. The mentor in me. If you feel like you're having trouble shutting it off, I would say to practice closing the doors. If like what I like to teach my students as well is that closing the space or closing the door, putting up boundaries, basically. Being like, maybe I'm going to create space today and we can connect then, but at this point in time, I'm kind of busy in the grocery store or doing something human. I can't receive these messages at the moment. It's okay to have those boundaries and create those boundaries, and spirit completely understands. But I would say if you feel like it's coming in strong a lot throughout the day, to create that space just for spirit. It's like making a little appointment with them, right? And then they can come through with everything they want to say, or that they need to deliver. And yeah, you can, like it says here, do it your way, right? So something that works for you uniquely, because everybody's boundaries are so different. And like Sandy was saying, just ask too. You can just talk to them and tell them, hey, like this is what I want and this is what I have space for and this is when I want you to come in. I would just get really clear on those, and also grounding your energy and just see how that works for you. So yeah.
I love that. Closing the doors.
Yes.
Closing the doors. Like, do you visualize that in your?
Yes,
in
like
your
close for business.
Wow.
Yeah, it's something I learned with mediumship, just because once you start opening the floodgates, I found that it can be a little distracting throughout the day if you're picking up on everybody's loved ones in spirit. And I had to set those boundaries. And when I was done, I would close the space and we would close the door. We would open the door and we would close the door. So that was those boundaries of when we were doing a reading or a channeling and creating that space for spirit. So yeah.
That's amazing. I really love that.
Thanks.
Close the doors. And I also feel like I see in my mind, like, those signs where it's like open for business and it like lights up.
That's what I envision. Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I envision.
like pull the little thing and it lights up and then you can.
Yes, you're tapping into definitely what I envision, or like flipping the sign from open to close.
I love that. I love that so much. Seascape says, I think I shall close the door physically until I get vision in my head. That's perfect.
Yeah, try that out. Let us know how it goes.
Yes, let us know for sure. Okay, Jessica Lynn, may I have a message from my guides? You can go if you want. If you're ready. Yeah.
So the one that came flying out was Whispers of Mother Earth.
Mm.
And it's just kind of like, it's hard to see over the screen, but I'll just read it. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, and channel. So all of those, multidimensional. What was dropping in as well as that, I don't know if there's been like a surge of creative energy that's been coming in. I feel like it can go both ways too. I feel like there's times where you feel like you may get in your head and be like, I'm not creative, or I can't allow that to flow in. And what I keep hearing from your guides is that you've always been creative. You always are, and you always can tap into that. And I keep seeing also like intuitive painting or drawing would be like a suggestion to kind of open the app for you as well, but also just getting quiet. No distractions, getting quiet, sitting and getting back into your own energy, and just allowing things to flow through and trying, even though it's hard as a human, trying not to dissect it or overthink it. Just whatever wants to come through, allow it to come through, and that's really going to help with your creativity. But I do feel like there's just a lot there. So there's a lot that wants to be coming through sitting in your channel, but it's just about like creating that space and opening up to that. You are creative and you have a lot to offer. So hopefully that resonates.
That's so beautiful. I pulled Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. And I don't know, Jessica, do you work in the Akashic Records? I'm just curious if you're already working in the records or if this is more something that is coming down the line for you. I feel like your gifts are really starting to open up. I also pulled your vibration is rising. You are the oracle, so this pillar of light card as well. So I'd love to know if you work in the records, and if you don't already, I bought a book. Did I pull this card for you before, Jessica? I pulled a card for someone before, and I suggested a book. Wondering if that was you, but that's beautiful. Okay, so that feels very encouraged and aligned for you. I love how spirit works.
Me too. I love that.
You can't make this stuff up, right?
You cannot.
You did. Oh my gosh. Yes, you did. Okay, so pulling the same card for Jessica Lynn. And you guys, like, you can't make this up.
You cannot.
You can't make this up. Okay, so beautiful. Well, there we go. Then, and I feel like for you also, it's really about once you start to work in the records and you start finding your way around there, really allowing yourself to the information to come through around like your gifts that are wanting to be sort of reawakened in this life. And so whether that is like the artistic side of things, like the channeling side, I'm not sure exactly what that's going to look like for you. We're all so multifaceted and multidimensional, but it just feels like there's some gifts that are sort of just like awaiting to be reawakened. So that's so beautiful. And I'm so glad that you got that book. I hope you're liking it so far. And it feels like you're just in a space where you're also really raising your vibration and acclimating to all these new light codes that are that are coming into our physical bodies and into Gaia. And so just also making sure that you're grounding and doing all of the all of the work to really integrate all of the light that's coming in, because if we don't, it can, like I was sort of saying at the beginning of the call, it can make you feel a little heady. So that's my suggestion for anyone who's really aware of that and who's really working with light and calling in more of those light frequencies, to just really make sure that you're getting out in nature and grounding as well. Just as important.
So important.
Beautiful. Yes, I started working with them and will continue. I'm so happy to hear that. I just can't believe I pulled that card for you twice. That's so funny.
It's so important. She needs to know.
I love that. Yeah, I feel like there's some guidance for you in the records that they're wanting you to tap into as well. Beautiful.
Ooh, yes. Maybe she's meant to read for people in the records as well. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that book, who's the author again? Oh my gosh, I'm having a total brain fart moment. Jessica, can you tell me who is the author of the book again? Anyway, the book is brilliant. She teaches you really all you need to know. And then really it's about practicing and going in, and because, it's like feeling your own way around in the records, right?
Yes, yeah. I used to do these readings too. So yeah, I've been in there.
You do those readings?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, Linda Howe. Linda Howe. Have you heard of her books?
I think I've heard of her before.
Yeah.
I learned like through a teacher. So like I went in person and we did like a class, and I got like my certificate and all of that, even though it doesn't matter, but I did the whole thing. And then I started doing readings for people, and it's so fun, and the vibration in the records is like anything I've ever experienced before. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, isn't it?
It is. So I love them.
Amazing. Okay. Let's do Beatrice. Beatrice, may I please have a card for my birthday in November? Happy birthday, Beatrice.
Yay. November 17th.
I'm October 17th, so we're just exactly a month apart.
Wow, really? My daughter's October 21st.
Yeah.
She's a Libra.
Yeah. So Beatrice, the first card I pulled was take a break. Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So I'm just feeling for you that it's just time for more play and allowing, getting more into that feminine energy of like receptivity and allowing things to just unfold for you, because life wants to bring you everything that you deeply desire. And then I also pulled Lumeria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So it's just this energy really that I'm feeling for you is just, we don't have to work so hard all the time for the things that we desire. And that sometimes we lean back and trust and really deeply trust in the universe that it has our back and that we're always taken care of. That's when things can sort of fall into place a little bit easier, because it's like that energy of like floating downstream and allowing the flow to just carry you down, allowing the water to carry you rather than trying to make something happen. And so I think that's a pretty nice birthday message. So happy birthday. And yeah, I feel like the guidance for you is just to open up to more receptivity of the things that you're calling in, and just to allow it.
I love that. So my cards are similar.
Sure.
You can't make this stuff up. So the first one says, the child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, and tenderness. And what was dropping in for that was to really start taking care of yourself, and give yourself some grace and some tenderness, and be gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. And what Sandy was saying too, with like that playful energy, and I feel like the child within too, like tapping into the playful energy, the childlike energy, having fun, and just, yeah, I just keep feeling like you need to rest. You need some time off. You need to rest. You need to relax. And what we were talking about at the beginning, just be. um, and then this one is so similar as well. It says, slow down, tend to your garden, the wastelands. So yeah, it's just kind of like a woman here, and she's like wearing a little flower skirt. And I just feel like there may be a lot of like hustle and bustle around you, or you may feel like you need to get everything done all at once, and your team is just like, slow down, it's okay, not everything needs to be done all at once. Take it 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day at a time, and give yourself a break, because I feel like you really need it in this moment. And to not feel guilty about taking that break as well. It was like a huge thing that was popping in, is you don't need to feel guilty for taking this break. You need to fill up your cup a little bit. So yeah, hopefully that resonates.
Wow. Those are so similar. Yeah.
I know.
That's a clear birthday message for you, Beatrice.
Yeah.
I love
We
that.
both received similar messages. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think that's all of the questions. Did you have anything else? Yeah, Samantha says, I love that. I'm going to post that. Beatrice, sounds like you need to spoil yourself for your birthday.
Yes, you do.
Definitely.
You do. You deserve it.
Yeah, we all agree.
Yeah.
We all agree. So hopefully that resonates. Did you have any like last little messages for the group, or anything that you wanted to? Oh, okay. We'll do one more. I'd love some cards if time, for sure. And then,
of course.
And then we can, yes, Mani Petty Day. Absolutely.
Yes.
Sister breast cancer. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, yeah, that's a lot. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Me too. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You need some extra love so much.
Okay. So this is 777.
This is Anna. I know her.
Yeah. Anna. Okay.
She's so sweet.
Hi, Anna. Okay. She'd love some cards.
Okay. Thanks for coming, Anna.
You want to go first?
Sure. Okay, so the card that I received for you was the second bloom. Oh, it's hard when you're on the screen, you don't know which way you're going. A second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. So for you, what's dropping in is that this is a second chance. You're feeling like you're in this new season, this new transition, essentially like feels like a brand new life to you. Things are shifting very quickly. And this is like a second chance at following your dreams and love as well. And I just feel like there's just so many doors that are opening and there's so many possibilities. And the spirit is just like, be like that person that's gonna be like a yes man at this point. Like that's what they're saying. They're like, say yes to these because you never know where it'll take you. And what spirit is saying, your guides are like, it's gonna be somewhere beautiful. So obviously we know that we can say no too, but in this case, I feel like to these possibilities, they're like very positive and they're very expansive for you. So I feel like that's a let's be in a yes phase, a yes season.
Yeah, I love that. And with that, I'm not sure, I'm getting the feeling that you're going through like a big transition. I'm not sure Ashley just said that. Um, but I have boundaries. So just making sure that you are within this season, that you're really taking the time to tune in and to trust your intuition and to say yes to all of the opportunities that are going to come your way, because it does feel like there will be many opportunities, like in the timing of your path, and like the divine timing is going to be perfect. But it feels like within that, saying yes to new opportunities, to just really trust yourself and to have that discernment and to really set those clear boundaries. It's like, I feel like it was Danielle Laporte that said, like, big open heart. What did she say? Heart wide open, big effing like fence. Or like so in other words, like, have your heart wide open, like burst open, and have like a fence so that it's like, you're just really taking care of yourself. That's what the message just feels like, to just really make sure that you're taking care of yourself and that you're setting those boundaries where you need to, and that to trust yourself, because you'll know. And then the second card I pulled was the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you. So it just feels very good for you. And the transition is not always easy. I have no idea what your transition is, but sometimes it feels heavy in the moment. And this just feels like spirit is very, very with you and very supportive of this shift and of this change. So yeah, you're definitely on your path, and it all feels really good. Yeah, it all feels really good.
Beautiful. So happy for her.
Yeah, amazing. Hi, Kevin. Hello, everybody joining. So my beautiful guest, Ashley, this is so fun and amazing, and I'd love to have you back on sometime. This is just like so fun. I'm going to leave her like links and her Instagram handle and all the ways that you can like get in touch with Ashley. I'll leave that all in the note section. But before we go, did you have anything, like any messages that you wanted to share with this group in particular, or just like anything coming through, or did you want to pull a card? Like, I'll totally just leave it up to you.
Let me pull a card then. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay.
Beautiful.
What do we need to know? All of us. Oh, I love this card. It says, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. And it's the Mother Rose. Like, you can't make this stuff up.
You really can't.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's just all coming together. We're all connected. Oh, we're all connected. We're all intertwined, and we're all one. And yeah, it just feels like beautiful little love note from Spirit, just sending us
Like,
all love.
I feel like it just sealed this beautiful container.
You know, me
Yeah.
too.
It was perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
You're welcome. Come back anytime.
I'll come back if you'll have me, of course.
Awesome. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy and your questions. We hope you feel our energy and like just the love and the light that's here for you. So thank you so much for being here.
Bye.